Leah, just here, has given me a fantastic idea for a thought for the day. She was just drawing on a piece of paper here, little root, and she drew a seed and she said, what grows first? Is it the stem or is it the root? And I said, it's the root that grows before the shoot. And I suddenly realised why that is the case. You know, if the stem grew up first, there'd be no nutrients whatsoever to support the plant to continue to grow. So the most important thing is the root. If the root grows first, all right, it can go down, it can get some nutrients, and then it can support the plant as it starts to grow upwards. Now, you don't see the root growing. When you bury that seed in the soil, you don't see any fruit coming from it. You don't see any produce. You think the thing's dead because everything, all the growth is completely unseen and it's underneath the ground, hidden. But then when the seed, when the roots go right down and soak up those nutrients to get more water, and then it starts to grow up, then you start to see the growth above the surface, right? And that's like us. You know, there's a lot of groundwork that needs to go in to be Christian. You've got to grow up, but first you've got to put the groundwork in. You've got to develop your roots. You've got to be properly grounded in the Word of God, and then you can start to grow. And then people start to see the fruits of your labours. You'll start to see what's happening above the surface when you put the groundwork in below the surface. Thanks for listening, and thanks to Leah for coming up with that wonderful idea.